quite ready for educating your child at home? Thrust into this a bit too quickly? Feeling overwhelmed? Not to worry, we've got you covered. Hello, I'm Samantha from Learning Success, and welcome to Educating at Home, an initiative by Learning Success to help you become the expert educator for your child. It may not feel like it, but research shows that parents can truly be the best educators. We'll be creating new videos every day to make sure you have the knowledge you need to rock this. Make sure to watch them all, and your child is sure to get the best education possible. Today's video is from Jessica Stasi. Let's see what Jessica has to say about educating at home.
Hi there, my name is Jessica Stasi, owner of Snapology of Manhattan, located in New York City. I'm here today to give you some tips and tricks on how to make homeschooling just a bit easier. Now, the biggest tip I have for you is really to leverage the relationships that you have with other parents. And the goal here is to create a virtual classroom that lightens the workload of other parents. So ideally, one parent would take over for a few hours or perhaps the whole school day, while other parents are able to work from home, work around the house, or simply take a moment for a break. Now, there are tons of free software out there, or even trial periods, with programs such as Zoom, Shindig, Google Classrooms, Microsoft Teams. We at Snapology use Zoom, so I'll be referencing that particular software throughout this video. Now, in hosting a virtual training session or virtual classroom, it's really important to set the expectations at the beginning of the session. Something that we do at Snapology is by default mute all participants. We then communicate through sign language. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs down if you can't. Give me a thumbs up if you understand. Give me a thumbs down if you need further clarification. Just like in an in-person classroom, you raise your hand if you have a question, and the teacher or the parent is able to mute or unmute you accordingly. So again, this minimizes the chatter and it sets expectations at the beginning of the session. Now, using Zoom, in order to keep students engaged, we actually use the screen share feature. So we are big on audio files, video files, handouts, white papers, anything that supports the lesson to keep the students engaged. At Snapology, we also use hands-on materials. So we teach STEM via Lego bricks, connects, and technology means, but you can use anything around the house. Take a look at the lesson plan that your teacher sends you and get creative. If you have recyclable materials, magnet tiles, generic bricks, Lego bricks, look at the lesson plan and see how you can incorporate it. Students are much more engaged when they're using their hands. Remember, the screen is only a means of communication, so we're minimizing screen time by using our hands and getting creative. Now, we are in the virtual world, so make it fun. If you're teaching a lesson about cities and bridges, incorporate a virtual background, maybe a construction site. You can get silly with it, and again, keep the students engaged through these creative means. Now, just some tips and tricks on making the classroom run a little more effectively, especially if you have multiple children in the same household. You can use the same device. This eliminates feedback. It keeps the students a little more engaged, and more often than not, one sibling will keep the other one in check if they're trying to touch the screen, touch the buttons, mute or unmute themselves. But again, this goes back to the beginning, setting expectations at the beginning of the session. I hope you find these tips and tricks helpful. Best of luck.
Thank you for this, Jessica. I liked how you emphasized and gave examples of how virtual learning can be really important and how parents can also be a part of it. Great tips. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to share it on social media. Use the hashtag EAH for Educating at Home. And remember, you've got this. The fact that you're here watching this video means you're an amazing parent. And that's a wonderful thing to be.